Patricia asks, how to believe in yourself because I don't. It's so sad, Patricia. I said this earlier, but you need to become a person you admire. So work really hard on becoming someone you admire, which I gave a lot of tips for earlier. Elizabeth asks, why do I always feel I am not good enough? Because society profits from your insecurities. Everything on earth is designed for you to not feel good about yourself, so that you buy more hair products, you buy more skin products, you buy more whatever, you buy. The entire world benefits from you feeling shitty. So don't let them sell their shit to you. Sorry, I'm cursing. Is this allowed? Is this allowed on YouTube? I don't know how YouTube works. What is the difference between confidence and overconfidence or arrogance? Great question. I used to wonder this myself. My personal definition is confidence is when you're happy with yourself, but you're not comparing yourself to other people or putting them down. And arrogance or overconfidence is when you think you're better than other people, right? So if I say to myself, like, you know, I'm really good at making videos, that's confidence. Like, I feel good about my videos. I like my videos. That's confidence. If I say, my videos are the best, everyone else's videos are kind of shitty, that's arrogance. That's negative, right? There's a negative vibe there. Here's a crazy one. How can I feel better about my body? I'm considering labioplasty. Labioplasty is when you get a surgery on your vagina to make it look prettier. I don't know what a pretty vagina is supposed to look like versus an ugly one, but I personally would say, don't listen to the media. Maybe you see porn or something and the porn shows you what they're supposed to look like. I'm lucky enough that I've literally never watched porn. So like, I don't know what the idea of, you know, a vagina is supposed to look like. So I just assume mine is fine. But I really wouldn't get one because if you're with the right person, like they're not gonna probably care about that. They're just putting their pee-pee inside, you know, why do they need it to look a certain way, right? Don't worry about it. And if you really need to get one, it's destroying your self-esteem. Get one, but like don't do it because of society, right? Do it because you can't get over it mentally and it's driving you insane, okay? But put it off as long as possible. Try everything else first so that your brain can just accept it. I don't know how your vagina looks, so I don't know, you know, the extremity of it, but I'm sure it's fine. How to be on camera when you think you're ugly. That's a good one. I wish my boyfriend was awake because he made a video about this. It's hard. It's hard. I'm so confident that even when I look what I would consider ugly in the past, I just don't care anymore. But if I really felt ugly one day and I had to shoot something, I don't know, I would just try my best to look my personal best and then not worry about it. You know, put a little makeup if you want, do your hair. Like if you still feel ugly, get further away from the camera, I guess. Like just remember the message is what matters. Unless you're trying to do beauty blogging, it shouldn't really matter how you look. And this day and age, people want a variety. They don't want to look at the same pretty face every day, right? They don't want to look at a supermodel every day. They want to see someone who looks like them, right? How to have confidence like on the Albanian TV show. Okay, so if you saw that video, I was on a TV show in Albania. Just Google, is this funny, and watch the video. Essentially, I was on a very popular TV show and the host was being super sexist and I flipped out and I got really angry. I wouldn't necessarily describe that as confidence, even though it is. It was more like anger gathered over the entire 30 years of my life that exploded. And I was so sick of this being acceptable in the mainstream to be super sexist. So I just said something. Because to me, I think a lot of my outspokenness comes from the fact that I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna be dead someday and I could have not said anything about all this unfair stuff, or I could have done something about it. So I'm okay being the person to get the negative feedback from everyone who's like, we don't need feminism, we don't need this, because I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna be dead in 20, you know, not 20 years, hopefully. How old am I? In like 70 years, I'll be dead. So who cares if people hate me while I'm alive? Because I feel like I'm making a difference, and that's more important to me. What are some things you can do on your daily routine to help increase confidence? This is from the girl with the bucket list. In the past, to have confidence every day, I would need to do full makeup, I would need to do full hair, straighten it till it's so straight you can never see it was curly. I need to spend forever choosing an outfit, and I would go to the gym for an hour every single day because I was insecure about my body. That was okay. At that point in my life, I needed to do all that stuff to be able to go outside. I didn't like it though. It's such a waste of time. So much time doing my hair and makeup. It's like a huge tax on my time. Over the past forever years, I've been working on each of those items individually. First, I worked on wearing makeup less often. Then I worked on styling my hair less often. Then I worked on just wearing whatever outfits that are more simple and not having the need to hide my body. Then I worked on getting rid of my eating disorder so that I could eat normally and not spend every day obsessing about if I'm gonna eat this grape or not, you know? And it took my whole life. I'm 30, guys, okay? Only now am I like super confident. Like, even like a year ago, I was still straightening my hair most days. Not every day, I was working on it. So like some days I would not curl it, some days I would wear it natural. This is like the time that I'm finally just like, I've reached the point where I feel so nice without anything. It takes a while. So part of your daily routine is like slowly decrease the stuff that you don't want to do. Slowly decrease what you don't want to do. Don't push yourself, but step out of your comfort zone sometimes, right? And if anyone says anything negative, you know what to do. Rosalie asks, does money influence your confidence? I love this question. When I was younger, not a lot, because I didn't think money was important. I thought being a good person was important. So for example, I remember in college, some guy asked me out at the gym and was like, hey, do you want to go out? And I was like, okay, because my mom told me to give everyone a chance. And I lived in a nice area. Nobody was like a murderer probably. And so I went on a date with him and he picks me up in a very fancy car, which I know it was fancy only because I could see the shape of a Jaguar on the front. So I was like, oh, this much must be a Jaguar. So I was like, I was so turned off. I was like, oh my God, like this guy feels like he needs to show off. He's gonna think I think he's cool because he has an expensive car. But really all I'm thinking is this guy good with money management? Because if he's at this age and spent money on a Jaguar. So I never went out with him again. Like I did not care about money at all when I was younger. My confidence was not tied to my money. Now that I'm older, I've noticed my confidence is slightly more tied to my money. And the reason is because I now associate with a lot of rich people. And if you don't have money, it's hard to socialize with them because the stuff they do is expensive. So like if I couldn't spend, $50 on dinner, then I can't go hang out with them, right? Whereas when I was younger, I would never spend $50 on dinner. I wouldn't spend $50 on like a week on food. So I'm changing how I think a little bit, but if I lost all my money, I'd still be confident, to be honest. It's just a little bit affects my social life now. It's not a big deal. This one I thought was hilarious. I have a big nose, she says, or he, I think she. How did you accept yours? I hurt my feelings when I look at my own. I thought this was a funny question because I don't think I have a big nose anymore. But when I was younger, I did, but I kind of forgot that I used to be insecure. Now I'm so used to my nose. So this is my nose. If you think it's big, you can look at it. I'm half Jewish, so maybe that has something to do with it. When I was in college, I was going out with some really nice guy. And I was like, what did you like about me? We were just talking. And he was like, oh, your nose. I love your nose. It's so unique. I just love it so much. And I was like, oh, that's okay. So then I you realize everyone likes something different. So if you have a big nose, like, don't worry. Somebody's gonna like it like this guy, great person. So don't worry about your nose or your whatever you worry about, your mouth. My face is not perfect. Like I could point out a lot of flaws to you right now, but I'm not going to because then you're gonna hyper focus on them. But they're there, don't worry. Okay, we gotta wrap up. We're going long. This is long as heck. Here's the last three questions. Whew. In Mexico, it's rude to say no directly. How would you do it? Well, I would say no over and over in a nice way. So when I was in Israel, my family would always try to overfeed me, and I would just nicely be like, oh, I'm full, thank you so much. And I would just repeat it over and over. And I would just never give up saying it. And so I would be nice about it, but I would be clear that I'm not gonna do that. You can give a reason, like, thank you so much for inviting me to your event. Unfortunately, I can't make up some reason or create a reason. Say, I have an appointment that night. You don't need to say what your appointment is. Your appointment can be with yourself in your bathtub. Self-care time. It is just as important. So when you schedule stuff that is self-care, you respect it as much as you would respect an appointment with anyone, with a doctor, with your therapist. That is your time. And people don't get to just step on it because they want it. All right. Unicorn says, I am brown and Indian. In my country, people prefer fair-skinned girls. How to be comfortable in my own skin. I'm from the US where people prefer brown-skinned girls. They like tan. They like a tan. And I was very white. I don't know if you can see, this is like, I don't know how to find my whiteness, but I'm pretty light-skinned. So I would always be in the sun, tanning, damaging my skin, putting on fake tanner. And then I heard about Asia where people want light skin. And I was like, that's crazy. Why would you want light skin? Everybody likes dark skin. And now I live in Asia and I'm like surrounded by people who like white skin. So you kind of realize it's all fake. Everyone's creating fake ideals of beauty. So just have your natural skin color. If someone doesn't like you because of your skin color, again, that's their issue. They're buying into the societal values. You will find the right tribe of people who don't care about skin color. You will find those people, and if somebody says something mean, you can just say to them like, I don't think that's okay for you to say to me. Like, can you please not comment on my skin color? Or you can say, I love my skin color. You know, you can be cute about it. You can be like, oh, I love my skin color. I think it's so healthy. Oh no, we got interrupted by a phone call. The perils of filming on the phone. Okay, let's jump to the last question then, because we're going way over time. How do you have confidence after a divorce? So I was divorced, as I mentioned, and it is a big blow to your confidence, but you have to remember 50% of people get divorced pretty much, and divorce doesn't mean you suck. It just means something that's almost impossible to do, which is a happy long-term relationship, didn't work out. And it doesn't mean you failed. It means you succeeded for a little while and then it stopped working. Anyways, we're going super long, so thank you so much for watching. I'm supposed to tell you to subscribe and stuff, but I don't know exactly what to say, so just do whatever you want. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you watched this whole thing, you are amazing. And I'll be back next Sunday answering another question. Not sure what it'll be yet. Bye-bye.